If you were online about 2005 and you were a young person, no doubt you'll remember the great website MySpace. Brings back a lot of memories. Well, very excited to tell you this. There is now a brand new social media site. It's almost an exact clone of the old school MySpace. It is called SpaceHey, spacehey.com. And I just last night found this site and signed up for it, and I'm on there. And it really does. It looks just almost just like old school MySpace. There's a few things missing, but not enough to really complain about. Let's take a look at it. This right here is SpaceHey. I just signed up last night, as I said, and this is what it looks like. There's a few things missing. There was a few more options over here back in the day. It's gone. This area right here where it says friends request, well, that's where the friends, your top 8 spaces would be. Down here, this would be where you would see your bulletins that would have been posted. Now it's over here, but that's alright, doesn't really matter. And here it is. This is the site, well, the page that I have come up with so far. It really brought me back editing my profile. Remember the old school HTML code thingy majiggers, the generators? Well, I had forgotten how to do a whole lot of that. It took me a minute, but I figured it out. This is really awesome. It used to have a section down here where it says links. Well, it used to have a section where it would ask you whether or not you were single, married, whether or not you drink, you smoke. I believe it had a place for you to put your age, a few things like that. It's not there, but maybe it'll come along later on. It's okay, though. I mean, look at it. It really is almost identical. You're only able to post one photo as of right now. The guy who created this site, an 18-year-old, never had the pleasure of actually being on MySpace. He doesn't have a lot of money right now, but he said that he's going to continue adding on to this as he's able to do it, as he's able to get more money to put toward it. But yeah, this is awesome. So I'm really excited about this. I sincerely hope that the website is successful, does good, and goes far. Maybe, if we are really truly lucky, this will be the alternative to Facebook that we've been waiting for. Just maybe. You never know. For me, it would be just like going back to where we came from, because I was on MySpace. I was really, really into MySpace back in the day before Facebook came along. So this would be just like going back to where I came from. I went from MySpace, foolishly left, and went to Facebook like so many others. I'm sure a lot of people regret it. Maybe this will be something to bring down Facebook. That would be awesome. We need an alternative to Facebook, okay? I'm so sick of Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, all of it in general. The fact checking, the banning, the bullshit, okay? That's not what social media was. That was ours. That was our site. The man came in and destroyed it. Took all the fun out of it. Sucked it all away. Now it's just, it sucks. Like, sure, you can still get on Facebook, you can share shit, you can keep up with your friends, but is it worth all the bullshit that goes along with it? Honestly, come on. We all started out back in the day on social media, MySpace. Then we went to Facebook. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. It isn't fun anymore. It's gone. It's a lot of work just to be on social media these days. It's not the way it was supposed to be. Think MySpace You think MySpace Tom intended things to go downhill this way? I don't think so. You think MySpace Tom would have invaded our privacy and rigged elections and interfered with elections and decided what was truth and what wasn't truth? You think MySpace would have done that back in the day? Probably not. No, never would have done that. MySpace, it was like the wild, wild west. You get on the site, whoever's on there is on there. Whatever happens, happens. Fake profiles, real profiles, anything you could possibly imagine. It's all gone. We all went to Facebook, I think, because it was seen as the sophisticated option, I guess. MySpace was childish. You could put glitter on your profiles. You could spruce it up. You can do whatever you wanted to it. Facebook was cold, it was adult, it was more sophisticated, like I said. It was a mistake. We all should have stayed on MySpace. There's a huge opportunity out there waiting for somebody to take advantage of it. Somebody who can come along and create a real, actual, legit alternative to Facebook. Something that is like Facebook without the bullshit. Something that brings back all the fun to social media, the enjoyment, to where we can be yourself. We can all be ourselves again, and say what we want, share what we want, post our opinions, our thoughts, our beliefs, our whatever, without having to worry about the possibility, the very real possibility of being banned, removed permanently, or your comments just being removed, fact checked, whatever. That's not fun. Fuck you guys, okay? I'm not on here for you to tell me what to think. None of us are. Fuck you. We are on here for fun. Fuck you. As soon as a real alternative to Facebook comes along, people, I believe I'm not the only one here. People will leave Facebook and join that alternative site. Absolutely. So there really is a big opportunity for somebody. If I have the smarts to know how to do that kind of shit, I do it myself. There's a real possibility for somebody out there to create a new platform that is great, that is truly awesome, and it will give us back the freedom online that we used to really take advantage of. We had no idea. Maybe SpaceHey will be that alternative. Maybe it won't. But if we all work together, maybe we can bring SpaceHey up to the level of popularity that MySpace was at its peak. Maybe even bigger than that. One can hope. But either way, we definitely need an alternative to Facebook. I sincerely, I really highly suggest that anybody who might find this video and watch it, get on SpaceHey. Make yourself a profile. Help build it up. Help spread the word. Maybe together we can bring down communist Facebook.